the doom of man.
It is a gift to the foes of boredom. Why not use this mic? Long has my father, the steward of YouTube, held the forces of boredom at bay. By the blood of our people are your lands kept safe. Give YouTube the weapon of the enemy. Let us use it against him.
You cannot wield it. None of us can. The one mic answers to Logan Paul alone. It has no other master.
And what would a streamer know of this matter?
This is no mere streamer. He is Aragorn, son of Arathorn, and you owe him your allegiance.
Aragon? This is Isildur's heir?
And heir to the throne of YouTube. Havodad Legolas.
YouTube needs no king. Aragon is right. We cannot use it.
You have only one choice. The mic must be destroyed.
Then what are we waiting for?
The mic cannot be destroyed, Gimli, son of Glorn, by any craft that we here possess. The mic was made in the fires of boredom, and only there can it be unmade. It must be taken deep into boredom and cast back into the fiery chasms from whence it came. One of you must do this.
One does not simply walk into boredom. Its black gates are guarded by more than just clickbait. There is an evil there that does not sleep. And the NSA is ever watchful. It is a barren wasteland, riddled with fire and ash and dust. The very air you breathe is a poisonous fume. Not with 10,000 men could you do this. It is folly.
Have you heard nothing Lord Elrond has said? The mic must be destroyed.
And I suppose you think you're the one to do it.
And if we fail, what then? What happens when Logan Paul takes back what is his?
I will be dead before I see the mic in the hands of a normie. Never trust a normie.
Do you not understand? While we bicker amongst ourselves, Logan Paul's power grows. No one will escape it. You will all be destroyed, your homes burnt, and your families put to the sword.
I will take it. I will take it. I will take the mic to boredom, though I do not know the way.
I will help you bear this burden, Frodo Baggins, as long as it is yours to bear.
If by my life or death I can protect you, I will. You have my sword. And you have my bow.
And my axe.
You carry the fate of us all, little one. If this is indeed the will of the council, then you too will see it done.
Here? Mr. Frodo's not going anywhere without me.
No, indeed. It is hardly possible to separate you, even when he is summoned to a secret council and you are not.
Oi! We're coming too. You'll have to send us home tied up in a sack to stop us.
Anyway, you need people of intelligence on this sort of mission, quest thing.
Well, that rules you out, Pip.
9 companions. So be it. You shall be the Fellowship of the Mic.
Great. Where are we going?
We're going deep into the fires of boredom to stop any such witch evil. The next hour and a half is going to be committed to the Hobbyist Podcast, Episode 2, starring your main man, P-Fin! Nick Webster!
We got 8-Bit over here.
DJ Diggy!
Oh my Borgman, baby.
Yeah, boys, we live. We coming at you here from the Dirty D. Alright,
Yeah! Dirty D.
Yo, alright, so we came out to you hard with those great-ass movie quotes, that good shit, you know, things people all have been wanting. It's been quite a minute since they heard that, since that movie came out. So we figured we'd segue right into movies, boys!
Oh, never saw that coming.
My 13th favorite one.
13th favorite what?
Hobby.
Oh, fuck yeah. I appreciate that.
What do we got above that? We got bowling, we got napping, eating food's pretty high up there.
Yeah, dude.
Babes.
Yeah, dude. So speaking of movies, I saw just what recommendation. Here's a good ass recommendation for you. Under any circumstances, don't see the fucking movie Axel, dude. That shit sucks ass. It's so goddamn bad. It's like it's a movie. Fuck. Okay, so it's like Transformers and Old Yeller put into a movie.
Yeah, what the hell is? Yeah, I've never even heard of
That's
that.
the robot dog one, right?
Yeah,
I saw
it's
the trailer for while watching Incredibles.
yeah. God. Okay. Granted, I was taking my nephew to see it, so it's like whatever. It's a kids movie.
Is it a cartoon?
No, totally live action, but
CGI.
Shitty
Yeah,
Transformers CGI.
yeah. Oh god, dude.
Did Michael Bay direct it?
I hope.
Never seen a kids movie with this many explosions.
No, but dude, it had such fuck. What Megan Fox is in Transformers, right? She's
Yeah, the
babe.
first one. Yeah.
Like, oh my god, they're fishing for that shit so hard, and oh fuck, like I feel bad for that chick who is the Megan Fox of Axel because she's like a halfway decent actor, but literally the script
Actress.
writer,
Actress.
Yeah.
actress. Yeah. Sorry, women out there, I fucked you.
Misogynist pig.
I fucked you good, women out there.
You can't say that.
You can say it. Yeah, it's like Becky G or some shit. I've never fucking heard of her before, but
Never will again either.
yeah, for real. She's going down the shitter, dude. But honestly, they just fucked her so bad. There's like these love scenes, and she's acting it out all right, and then she just says some of the dumbest shit.
Was it the script or the actor?
No, it's the script. The script writer totally fucked her in this movie. Like, it just makes her look like the biggest dumbass.
What'd she say?
Yeah.
Oh God. I mean, dude.
I mean, if you don't remember,
Yeah, I don't
or
even.
PTSD.
I totally PTSD.
Can't relive the movie.
Oh my God.
I just wanted fucking out. But oh God. And just like the movie ends, totally wraps up, totally fine, whatever. Story's done. We're good. And then it's just. Guess what? Axel 2 is for sure coming. I know this is what you guys are waiting for.
God, no.
Yeah, it's
Gotta
just,
make that money.
yeah, they're happy, chilling on the beach. Everything's all hunky-dory. And then just fucking...
The Undertaker.
Oh my God, my phone's going off. What is it? Because the robot, like, overtakes her phone when he gets damaged and needs repairs and shit. And it just comes up on the phone, like, repairing, coming back, and you're just like, oh my God, Axel's back. Yeah, dude, but that
Great
shit sucks.
movie.
The Incredible Dust.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a movie recently to segue off of a shitty movie to a good one.
Yeah, okay.
I don't particularly like Spike Lee as a director, but he did do a good one.
What did he direct? Like
Mostly
shitty ones. I've never heard of them.
I forget the names.
Yeah, I mean, he's done a bunch of shit.
Yeah, but he did Black Klansman.
Yeah.
Black Klansman's really good. It's funny. You haven't heard of Cole?
No, I've heard. Yeah, I saw.
Black Klansman is the true story, like air quotes true, of a black cop in Colorado Springs who infiltrates the KKK.
That sounds
Please tell me it's a situational comedy.
It's situational comedy and stuff. But to go to the meetings, he can't go, so he has his Jewish friend go, and they hate Jews too.
What? Oh, no, they hate me. They hate you. What are you guys?
It's so funny because like the Jewish guy has to like, they're like, you're not like a damn. Sorry, Jewish people, you're not like a damn kike or anything. And the Jewish guy's like, I'm not a motherfucking kike. And so it's so funny because it's so like the situational and so funny.
Is it a comedy? Or?
It's kind of both, but
Is it in movies or like?
it's in theaters right now.
Yeah,
It's really good. My girlfriend and I went to see it.
Dude, I mean, it came out like this week or last week.
last week.
Yeah, like last week, I think. I
What
wanna say.
what do you have question wise? You look like you had a question.
No. What I asked you, I said, is it in movies? I meant, is it in theaters? And Andrew was looking at me
Is
like
it
I'm
in
an idiot.
movies?
In the theater.
Oh, I understood you. But it's really
This is
funny.
how he looks at you, man.
Also, his girlfriend hates cops because she's a part of the Black Panthers, and so like he doesn't tell her she's a cop. When she finds out, she just hates him. And
Wait,
shit.
the cops part of the Black Panthers?
No, the black cop is girlfriend is a Black Panther.
Ooh, I see.
His girlfriend. It's pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
really funny.
Yeah, dude, definitely.
And there's a part where he's like, but he'll know you're black by the way you talk. And he's like, there's 2 languages I learned how to speak when I grew up. Jive and the King's English. I can speak both fluently. It was great.
Yeah,
and he eventually starts talking to David Duke and shit over the phone and stuff. It's so funny.
Really?
It's funny and it's good suspense. It's pretty good. I recommend it, but pretty vulgar and stuff. But like, if you're watching this podcast, you probably don't give a fuck about that shit.
The more vulgar, the better.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
Whoa.
Fucking
Whoa.
Christ.
They say-
you can't say that.
They say that
No,
a lot.
no.
We're definitely demonetized for that.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was
Yeah.
monetization to begin with.
Holy shit.
YouTube's up our ass, dude.
They're trying to shut us down.
Ourselves.
They're trying to shut us down for Rizzle.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
But, fuck. What? Nick and I have been watching Evil Dead.
Oh, holy shit.
Great movie.
Alright, this is what I was going to tell you guys. I had to stop myself for the podcast from recommending it because I want to
Okay.
talk about it on here.
We have great
But
pre-podcast.
The Evil Dead
discussions.
trilogy is one of my favorite movie trilogies of all time. And the TV series that started, I think in 2015 is when it originally, the first season came
I
out.
couldn't tell you.
Oh, you guys watching that?
Ash
Yeah.
versus the
Oh,
Evil
I
Dead.
watched all of
It's
it.
all on
It's so
Netflix.
good.
It is
Yeah.
so fucking good, dude.
Even season 3?
We've only seen the first season
No,
so far, but it's
season-
awesome.
Season 3 isn't on Netflix.
Season 1 and 2 are
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my. I mean, it nails like the goofy, just slapstick of Army of Darkness, but it gets like super fucked up like the first 2 Evil Deads too. It's really awesome.
It's the great part about that is they just literally just will pull from every movie and they don't give a fuck about the movie's inconsistencies either. Like in the movies, like they go back to the cabin
From the
and in
first
Evil
two,
Dead
yeah.
2 only him and his girlfriend go, but in Evil Dead 1 it's like him, his sister and shit. But they say everyone went, even though like he also mentions, only his girlfriend was here, and they show clips from Evil Dead. 2.
They have clips from both
Yeah.
movies.
It's so
cool.
funny. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, they're totally taking the perspective of they just don't give a fuck.
And-
Like, they're just trying to make the most Evil Dead thing they could possibly make.
Literally, like they established their like party in the first episode. Literally every single other character they meet in the entire show dies. They do not meet a person,
Yeah.
and just like let them live
Oh,
as
yeah.
they continue their
What's
journey.
the end?
So it takes place after the movies then?
It takes place 30 years later, so it's like
Okay.
modern day.
Yes.
still.
Yeah.
And Ash is, I mean, it's just Bruce Campbell. He's just fat old man now.
But wait, does it end on the cabin? The
Yeah,
season 1
yeah,
ended
it
the cabin.
ends on
I
the-
don't want to
no,
spoil
no
it.
spoilers, but
it's awesome.
I just wanted to know.
We'll say they just don't give a flippity flug.
No, there's great parts. He does like, what's that one drug that makes you vomit?
No, what?
A lot of them.
Dude, that's a fucking spoiler. I haven't seen that shit yet.
No, you
Yeah,
have.
be quiet.
No,
Quiet,
it's in
Omar.
season 1, where he goes to the juju magic guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
He does like mescaline and
Yeah.
just like tripping.
Peyote or something like that.
Yeah,
He takes
it's
some
not. We're not
crazy
gonna
ass
go
shit.
into it, but it's so fun. It's like the whole thing is hilarious and
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
it's worth. The
And
watch.
just like Ash sucks at literally everything except for killing deadites. It's like the one thing he's good at, and he's just amazing at it.
Yeah.
getting women and getting
Oh, yeah.
booze too. And
Yeah,
doing parties
well,
and shit.
getting trashy women. He's good at the trash women.
And there's also a part where he not a part, but like I forget. Never mind.
No,
There's not a part.
But
There's no parts in this
my
No
show.
parts in the whole show.
My friend Alex, his friend from Cleveland bought the metal box set for season 3, and we're gonna yacht it on the way back and watch the Blu-ray version. It's
Fuck
gonna
yeah.
be sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's my recommendation to you two guys. Is to watch Ash vs. the Evil Dead. It's awesome.
That We got a good recommendation.
Yeah.
All
right, hit me.
Movie
Great
last
movie.
night.
It was 2 nights ago, I think, maybe.
Okay.
It was
Yeah,
called.
yeah, you're right.
It's called Lookout Officer. It's on Netflix. 1990s. It's a Chinese movie, all
shit.
subtitled to English, so you can understand it.
Yeah, you're there.
You don't actually understand this movie.
It's
Like
You
I,
don't
it's like I
understand
speak
the
Chinese. Oh my god.
You don't understand.
Ching
it.
chong bing bong.
Chow Ming.
Actually, there's a part at the end of the movie where the dude says, "Welcome to Ting Tong," and I'm not gonna spoil what that translates to in English, but
Unless you speak Chinese, spoiled.
Yeah,
you
it's
spoiled the whole
You're
fucking movie. Fuck you.
That's it.
Yeah.
But
So here's the
Yeah.
premise of the
There you
movie.
go.
There's a cop and he's investigating some illicit drug activities in a
course.
warehouse.
Yeah.
And him and his partner are searching through the warehouse, and his partner needs to get back to his house for something. And he's like, "Oh, I'm just leaving. There's nothing in here." He's like, "No, there's something in here." And then he's like, "Okay, you can just leave without me." So he leaves his partner. His partner investigates, climbs over a wall, finds a group of people making some kind of drug, and
it was cocaine, I think.
it was
cocaine.
It was cocaine. So they find him. They're making cocaine. He jumps down, just gets in a shootout with like 20 different guys. They all have pistols. It's legendary.
He's like swinging on ropes, hanging from
Yeah.
the
Is
ceiling.
it like a kung fu movie?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, kind
No,
of.
but
it
not really.
is. It is. It's shot
Half
like
and
one of
half.
those. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a comedy though.
It's
Oh,
definitely
alright, alright.
a comedy.
It's yeah.
And so he eventually they capture him, and he dies. They end up killing him, and
Funny.
yeah. So he shoots it with his own gun and throws him out a window, so it makes it look like a suicide. His partner comes back,
Throw him out the
finds
fucking
his,
window.
finds his body.
But find his body.
Yeah.
His body falls on his car.
I found my partner's body.
Yeah. And then he goes to heaven, and the judge at the gates of heaven.
He goes to heaven.
Yeah, he goes-
Wait, is it different? Is it not St. Peter since we're in like China?
It's-
Yeah, it's
Chinese
Asian, yeah.
Asian Peter.
It's like the
Asian
Lord
Asian
of Heaven or
No,
something.
the dude actually has black hair, like black, normal Asian looking hair. It might be wasting my I don't know. And then he has like this white wig over it that covers half his hair, so you can see his normal hair under it.
Yeah.
Hell
And
yeah, dude.
This guy says he can't get into heaven because he committed suicide.
What?
And that
God
means he go
believes
to
the
hell.
criminals faked.
Yeah, and then he's like, "No, that's not how I died." He's like, "You have to get evidence." and then he's like, "Let me go back and get evidence." And then he's like, "That's not how heaven works, okay?" And he's just like, and looks around. He just pulls money out of his pocket, walks up to the judge, hands him a bunch of money. He's like, "Yeah, that'll do." Lets him go back as a ghost, and he just becomes the mentor of his replacement.
Oh
and then
my
he just,
god.
And then he
This
searches.
movie sounds fucking
And this all happens in the
legendary.
first 5 minutes.
This isn't even a spoiler because it happened in the first 5 minutes.
There's
Oh,
some good ass
dude.
shit. That
What
has
is this
happened.
movie called?
It's called Lookout Officer.
It's on
It's on
Netflix.
Netflix.
It's like Miracle, or Miracle on 34th. Is that what? No, it's not that. It's Life is Beautiful.
Oh yeah,
It's like Life is Beautiful,
Christmas
Kung
movie.
Fu of 5.
Oh, yeah.
It's so. It's,
No, tell him what he does. He possesses
oh
the
yeah,
pistol.
and
Yeah.
so when he's
Oh,
a
shit.
ghost, he possesses the replacement's pistol. And he just like bends the barrel of the gun to shoot at people, and the replacement's just so derpy, but he just kills everybody because he has a possessed gun.
And like he possesses the bullet at one point and just like ricocheting through everyone's knees. and
Jesus.
shit.
And he
Dude.
just gets a bunch of spells from the judge. The judge gives
Spells?
Yeah, the
he
judge
does
gives
him
you
a bag of
spells.
spells as a
There's
ghost.
only one spell he ever uses, and it is probably the best spell ever. Not gonna spoil it,
Yeah.
but it's a good spell.
If we,
Alright.
It's
alright.
like Food
I'll
for
for
Thought
sure watch
and
this.
it's a,
And,
it's a great movie.
Skyrim.
This isn't too much of a spoiler, but there's some creepy long arm shit that happens.
Oh,
funny.
Elastigirl type of
Yeah.
shit.
But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
funny,
they gotta get
but
on that Space
creepy
Jam
looking.
grind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come up and jam.
Scary.
it is very scary
Yeah.
actually.
Damn. That sounds fucking
I'll
good. Is that
look
on
Lookout
check
Officer
that out.
on
Is
Netflix.
that
Watch
it's
it.
on Netflix?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
I definitely need to watch that shit.
That is
Hilarious.
another. I'm trying to think of good movie. Can't think of it.
I haven't seen any other.
Hardcore
movies
Harry's
since
on
then.
Netflix
Henry.
too.
Hardcore Harry. Oh
Henry.
my
It was
God.
Henry.
Henry. Sorry.
Yeah.
What's Hardcore Henry?
It's the first-person shooter show.
Oh, I heard about that.
It's good as fuck.
Is it good?
It's really funny and it's good.
It's okay.
I'll watch it. I mean, if it's on
To be
Netflix, I'll give
fair,
it a
I've
try.
still only seen.
We've seen up to the last 30 minutes. The last 30 minutes
Yeah,
is what
the
me and
first
Andrew
part.
haven't seen.
Did you
Yeah.
jump out because of shitty or jump
We
out?
just
we just
we're
didn't
doing
have
we
time.
didn't have
I
time. We
forget
were
what
doing
we were
something
doing.
else, and then Andrew's always like, oh yeah, let's watch that. I'm like, no, let's watch The Office or something.
No, just watch
That's
it.
the problem with Netflix.
No, there's-
man. The Office just dominates.
There's a great we're taking it off of Netflix at The Office though.
They are?
Yeah,
They are.
What?
When?
When?
In September.
Time to do
Jesus
something
Christ! All right,
questionably
time
legal.
to
But
fucking marathon the whole show.
in the show, it's so funny because he has like this sidekick who controls like an army of cyborgs. This is not really but he implants his mind to the cyborgs and they're just like humans. But
this
when
is
they
in The
die,
Office.
no.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh, sorry. This is Hardcore Henry, and there's a guy with an army of
It's
cyborgs,
over.
and he puts it into the. He puts his mind into the cyborgs, and he just keeps on dying, and he's the comic relief. It's so funny because there's one point where he's on a bus,
Yeah.
and he sees a guy in this like silver jacket. He's like, "Oi, that's got to be the gayest jacket I've ever seen." He goes up, starts yelling at this guy. He's gay and stuff in Russian, and then the guy turns out to have a flamethrower, and he has a flame return suit, just burns everyone to the ground. It's so good.
Love a good murder scene.
Yeah.
Well,
It's good.
speaking of first person, you guys been playing any dope games lately?
Segue.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
There has been a game that I've just been playing all my free time. Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Best game of 2017.
I
Best
have
game
no.
of, I'm saying it. Best game of 2017.
Dark Souls-
I'll fight you on that.
Yeah,
Coy.
I haven't played any of the previous games of the series, but I'll
Does,
tell you
does
what.
it put you in nicely? If
Yeah,
you have
like,
it?
It's a standalone story.
Yeah, it's standalone
Okay,
story.
okay.
Your character is like a young kid.
Is this on the Switch?
Yeah.
On
Oh,
Switch.
awesome.
And
Alright.
it's so easy to play because it's
Yeah.
on Switch. And it's great game because it's like one of those games where it has enough cutscenes to make it feel like you're watching a TV show, but it's also you get to play in between, so it's super epic. And
So it's not
It's
like
Metal Gear style, a million cutscenes.
no, but Metal Gear is you're watching a movie and you play
There's
occasionally.
no 2-hour cutscenes.
But yeah, so far it's super fun.
It's
How
great.
far are you in it?
I think I have 20 hours logged into
Because
it.
I tried playing the original Xenoblade, and I just couldn't get into it because it had that like JRPG thing where the first like 5 hours of the game were all tutorial.
The first about-
and I just like couldn't
Yeah.
push through
This
it.
game is like-
does it have that?
First
Kinda
hour or
long.
two is tutorial, maybe, depending on how fast you can play it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it took me about 54 hours to beat it. Andrew's going through real slow. He's about like maybe 30% of what he'd done. I
Yeah.
think 40% at most.
Of the
So,
game?
I mean, I hear
The
those
game,
games
yeah.
are fucking
Yeah,
massive.
It's
It's a great game.
and
I
it's
love it.
super fun the whole time.
Music is great.
Amazing.
Characters are great. Story is great. And I'm not going to go into it, but there's a major tone shift towards the end of the game.
Yeah, it goes like
It,
Cthulhu.
it,
right?
it, it fits the story of the game, but I'm not sure I like it, but it
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
most-
pulls a Bloodborne and goes Cthulhu. all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
basically. But no Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloodborne, but no Cthulhu.
Yeah. Oh fuck, dude.
I've been playing the game. What's it called? It's this new card game that's in beta and on Steam.
Oh, shitty Hearthstone.
Slay the Spire. It's really fun. It's a roguelike. It's a roguelike card building game. Like if you've ever played the board game like Dominion, where you build a deck
Yeah.
and you're trying to make the best possible deck, but all the deck is made out of like defensive cards and attack cards, and you're trying to fight monsters.
Yeah.
It's a great way to do a dungeon crawl. It's super fun.
How much is it?
It's like $10.
I'm not getting
You should get it. It's really
Too
good.
much,
There's
$10.
there's three characters, and it's really fun. And the way they do New Game Plus is really good too.
So is it a 3-player?
No, it's
no.
3 characters. You pick
Is there
your
any
character,
multiplayer at all?
and they're all super different.
Yeah,
No,
is it a
there's
one?
no
It's a one-person
one-person
card game.
You said
Interesting.
it's still in beta, though?
It's still in beta, but
Oh,
it's
yeah, they
based.
could add multiplayer then.
Yeah, I don't know if they would. Maybe they will. You make a deck and try and fight people, but the way they do like New Game Plus is like every time you beat the game on the certain character, it makes it so all of a sudden normal enemies are harder, and then it says, oh, you heal less, and then you get less cards or something. Bosses are harder, elite enemies are harder, and it does a really good way of just going through it, and it feels really fun, and there's a lot of different decks and a lot of different strategies. Like basically each character has like 5 different viable decks.
Yeah.
And it's really fun.
Damn.
Worth the game if you're into it.
Yeah.
Into like card games it's 30 minutes per playthrough. Not that bad either.
Yeah, dude, that's dope. But fuck, I guess this game's for Coley. I've played it a couple times, but it just like I saw Switch Deals. Shout out to them.
Octopath Traveler.
That's good shit. Fuck off. But
8 different characters.
it's the people that made Astro Bear, which is it's what's that one game?
Well, what is Astro Bear?
I know
Yeah.
that's what I'm about to say, but what's that one game? Tron. It's Tron, except for on a sphere. So
That's
you're,
sweet.
So you're going around the planet essentially.
That's so cool.
But you can also jump, so you can jump over shit, and then it adds a whole nother level of it, and it's $1 fucking dollar, like
$1 game
$1
for me for sure.
And I've never checked out any of their other games,
Is it
but
on Switch?
yeah, it's on Switch.
I'm getting
It's a
it.
kick-ass party game, but apparently all those guys' games that they've made are on are $1 for till like September
Really?
14th.
I just have to get them all then.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe,
That's
yeah.
it's like $5 or $6.
Who was that
'cause
made
there's-
by again?
The Cubic Games, I think. Cubic Games. And it was funny because the post on our Switch deals, I'm fairly certain was made by Cubic Games. They like,
Ooh.
so they posted it and just were like, all our games are fucking $1. Like, come on, commit.
Yeah.
See, that's
super
I feel,
super-
I
I
feel
will
like that's something Reddit
test
would
the
hate
game
though,
out for
because
$1.
Reddit seems to not like it when businesses come into Reddit to advertise. They like it when Redditors are businessmen and advertise.
They do like
you
that.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Reddit
Yeah.
is a weird
It's
culture,
really
honestly.
It's
Super
also
weird.
if it's like a small indie company,
Then they like
there's
they
a
make
chance they like
exceptions.
it, and
Yeah.
if they do like it, they'll like it. a
I
lot.
think
It's
I
really
think that
weird.
sounds like something they would like.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they are small indie game. I'm fairly certain they only have like 5 or 6 games. So
that's $5 or $6
Yeah.
bucks.
yeah, for 5 or 6 games.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great.
Worth it, yeah.
Yeah, you can sponsor us too, Cubic Games. We're always looking for sponsors. We're always
Come
looking
on,
for that
we
shit.
need
I mean,
money.
we got a big list, though, so-
Audible.
Um,
$15 for 1 book or 3 books a month. Audible.
I don't
I
know.
thought it was one.
It's one.
Yeah.
Oh, God, oh, God damn you! Don't buy.
this is
Audible.
why they need to sponsor us and tell us what to
Yeah,
say.
then we'll fucking lie.
Um, Yeah.
We'll
In
even
the
like erase this retroactively. This part where we hate Audible.
Nah,
Like,
fuck Audible.
I hate Audible. They're giving people books for a fair price, and in this day and age, you can never have enough books.
in this
Yeah, I've
day and
been
age,
listening to
no
Audible
one
a lot
has
lately,
enough
actually.
books because
I-
no one reads them.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've read a book in like 2 years. It's kind of sad, but
That's very
Yeah,
sad.
most recent
that's
book
pretty
I've
sad.
read
Very
was
The
that
Bible.
One, no,
Obviously.
no, the one about the guy who like does the starship and he's the AI. And he
Oh,
replicates
We Are
himself.
Bob. We
Yeah,
Are
that's a
Legion.
good
Did
one.
you just read the first one? Or did you
Yeah,
read
just the
whole series?
first one. I want to
Dude,
read
that
the
whole
next
series
one.
is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
we're not talking about books. Sorry.
Okay. I
Um,
got a good video game.
Yeah. Well,
It's I've been replaying it recently. Persona 5.
shit.
Second best game of 2017. Xenoblade's better. And
Xenoblade.
by the way,
wow.
Persona 4 is better than Persona 5.
Dude, Michael would kill you if you
yeah,
said that.
I don't care about
That's
what
a-
he would think.
No,
but
my brother was
Persona
saying
5,
too.
great music. Great dungeon design. Like, really good dungeon design. Because in the fourth one, every dungeon was just procedurally generated kind of thing. But in the fifth one, it's actually like, it's got like
is it like a dungeon? I've never played any of the
Okay,
Persona
so,
games. Is
yeah,
it like a dungeon crawler,
what it
or
is
what do you
is,
do?
so you're a everyday normal Japanese high school kid.
See, that's all I ever see of it. I was super confused.
And
You
then
get the power
your
of
part-time
stand.
job is beating the shit out of evil people.
With like stand powers.
But you're beating the shit out of them, and they don't know it. Because what you do is you go inside like their mind, and their mind is like this whole palace. It's what's called a palace, and like the first dude. I'm not gonna spoil who the first dude is, but his palace is like a castle, and like there's another one that's like a bank because he likes money, shit like that. And so like you have to go in, find the treasure, steal their treasure, and once their treasure has been stolen out of their mind, they become like good and repent what they have done.
Is the treasure like representative of something?
The treasure
Like
represents
their cardinal sin,
yeah,
like greed
shit like that.
or
and
pride.
then they become good and repent their sins. They're like, I'm sorry for what I did. I fucked up and shit like that. But it slowly starts escalating more and more and more until you have to fight a god that's trying to take over the world.
Oh, of course.
So
It's like JoJo meets Inception meets JRPGs.
Means Japanese in high school.
yeah,
Well,
but
no, JoJo already
I'd
was
say
there.
I'd say
Yeah, that's
that whole stealing like people's desires and like making them good thing is about 50% of the game. The other half of the game is walking around talking to people and making money as a high school kid.
No?
Do you get like a part-time job?
Yeah,
that
you can get a
work?
part-time job. You have to answer test questions correctly, and if you do, all your friends like you better.
They think they're
It's
cool
pretty-
and smart.
I mean,
Alright.
they do a good balance of making you actually want to do the whole like student aspect of the games. Like it just sounds boring as shit, but for some reason it isn't.
Yeah.
What I know Cole said the best game of 2017. What was your best game of 2017, Nick?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
me?
I'm mad.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people said it was Breath of the Wild, which I think is
Fair.
definitely up there. I got a Switch in between this podcast and the last one, so I've been playing a fuck ton of Breath of the Wild. But I personally, I stand by Nier Automata, man.
I've never played it, so I can't say.
Fucking
Yeah.
loved Nier Automata. That game was the perfect mix of just like, I mean, it's technically an open world game, but it's like a pretty small open world.
We talked about it in the last podcast too. If
And
you
it's
want to
just
go back,
very plot driven and character driven, and it gets really good. And it does the like Metal Gear thing where it goes between just being like super goofy and like just crazy depressing,
Yeah.
like all the time.
It's
But
great.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Seems like something I would like, so I don't know why I haven't played it yet.
I have it
probably
on-
money.
I have it on Steam, so I can Steam like share it with you, and I don't go on my computer a lot.
I've heard that the like PC port of
Yeah,
it
I
was
heard it
bad,
was
but
shit, actually.
Yeah, I
I
heard it
heard
was
they
really
made
bad.
it better. They hot fixed a lot of this stuff.
they did.
I'll look it up before I
And
play it, because I
yeah.
ain't playing a shitty port.
In this day and age, if you're fucking up ports,
You're
Yeah, that's
stupid.
get real.
Speaking
You
of
deserve to lose all
ports,
your money.
the other game that me and Paul have been playing this week, which we just started, was a D&D campaign that we began running and I've been having a blast with. Or I have at least.
I haven't been able to go to any of them.
Yeah. Elmar's in it too, but he hasn't made a session yet.
Maybe I can
we'll just
just-
bring you
How
in.
many
And
sessions
Maybe
have
I'll
you
just
done?
show up like occasionally,
Yeah.
like when I can come in. And
you'll be
fun.
the mysterious traveler.
Dude,
Always
that'd
be
be
talking
sick
about.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the DM, by the way. Nick is. So yeah.
If you
Yeah.
do it like
That would
that,
be-
you should just make a new character each time.
Oh.
In the plot, just, and you
Oh
can,
yeah, Nick, give
and
me
you
a
can
character.
Yeah, we
Like
can do
maybe
that.
one day he's
Yeah.
the king.
You
Or,
s-
I mean, I'll let you
another day
make your
he's the
character stuff. I'll
peon.
just tell you
Yeah.
like plot wise what's going on.
Yeah,
and
that's
you can
fine.
just
And then I'll be
do it.
like the similar level as the
Yeah,
party.
yeah.
and
The
do everything.
constraints and shit
Yeah.
of your characters.
We can do that for sure.
But yeah.
Speaking of D&D, me and Andrew and a couple of our other cousins, Danny and Quentin, have been doing a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that is themed like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
Oh, Danny's been
I
telling
am
me
the
about
DM
that.
for that, and we just played a session a few days ago. Half of the session was them trying to figure out who the stand user was, like the evil person, and it was the fucking airplane.
the whole time.
The,
It
the
was-
whole time was the airplane.
Wait, they didn't know?
Actually, Danny
They
did from
didn't-
the start, but no one really believed him.
I
How do
didn't-
you? All right, so Danny's told me that you're doing this JoJo's inspired campaign. How the fuck do you play that out in D&D? How do
Basically-
stands translate to
Basically,
D&D?
it's very, very, very loose D&D rules, and they're like, oh, I used my stand to do this. I'm like, roll, and if I feel like that number's high enough, it works.
Do they get like
basically it.
proficiency bonuses with
I
stands?
have
like
like very basic stats that every once in a while I'll use, but most of the time I don't.
You could
Very
probably
loose
flesh that
rule
out
set.
to a more complex rule set.
Yeah, but
give them an idea of some of the stands they pick.
okay. So
for their
Andrew,
things.
Yeah.
explain your stand.
Okay, my stand, it's just like
What's its name
it's
first?
the Iron Giant stand. Legendary stand. It's just like a, I don't know, just a big beefy guy, but he metal bends
Oh shit.
pretty much. So,
Yeah.
I just do stupid shit like, oh, I grab this thing of metal and shape it into a metal frisbee that I throw at the guy. And
Yeah.
then, like, our other cousin has like a stand where he just speeds up stuff or slows down stuff. So and then he's like, I use my stand to speed up the frisbee. Now it does like extra damage, just like shit like that. And it's super fun actually.
Yeah. How does
What was-
Danny's stand work? And
Oh,
he's told me about his stand, and he's so proud of it, but I have no idea how it would
Great.
work
It's
in
Bob
combat.
Marley.
Bubba Money.
His stand releases marijuana gas to get everyone in the surrounding area high, and basically, their highness just depends on how high he rolls, and, it makes them just act high.
Yeah.
What it does.
What was
Like,
the-
say he does it on the enemy, I'll just make either the enemy like chill out a little more, or just have
Little
the enemy miss, or
lethargic.
like, or maybe
Yeah.
the enemy's accuracy is off, or some shit like that.
Or like
And it
takes more
changes their
damage.
dialogue.
He
probably.
actually, to beat the airplane, they weren't coming anywhere close to actually beating it. I was like, okay, I'll give him the easy way out. Danny's like, I'm getting the airplane high. I was like, okay, fine.
Was the
Yeah,
airplane a
it-
person? Like, was it?
No,
was
it was an airplane.
It was actually-
He sent gas into the ventilation shaft, and then the ride just got smooth as fuck from then on. And
No
then afterwards, they
turbulence.
got off, and the airplane was talking to them in Morse code.
Yeah. And
Uh,
then also for reference, the person who's using the Bob Marley stand is a 17-year-old with pretty bad asthma who's never smoked weed in his life.
What was the airplane
That's kinda how it
stand?
goes.
The
power?
airplane stand power was a wind turbine that sucks in the clouds, and it can create it can like control the cloud inside the airplane as it sees fit, or turn it into water or ice.
Damn.
Yeah.
And
I could see that.
I feel like it
stand
would
work-
counter that, but yeah.
I could see that stand working against him with the high one, picking up those fatty clouds they're
Yeah.
blowing.
I feel like the metal bending would have worked better, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But how the stand was introduced.
classic JoJo style, by the
this-
way.
So Cole threw off who we thought was a stand user at first. There's just an unruly teenager in the middle of the airplane, just vaping up a storm, and there's just blowing fatty clouds everywhere. Then the airplane used the clouds to attack us. So we thought the vapor was the stand user. So we
That's
just
sick.
go over there
Yeah.
immediately. I punch his metal vape, turn it into a dildo, and then we beat it with his dildo vape.
Hell yeah, dude.
But,
yeah, so D&D is a very versatile game. You
Yeah.
can do a whole lot of shit
It's
with
a
it.
good game.
I introduced the airplane that they were on, classic JoJo style. I pulled up the Wikipedia page on a certain airplane and just read half the Wikipedia page to them at the very beginning. They're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
That's
Like how this airplane is so great.
Yeah.
It's a Boeing 747.
It was actually
McDonald.
McDouglas J something 11.
for all you airplane
Did you just
fanatics
make up
out
a
there.
name?
No, it came out in
That was a
1990.
real airplane.
It was actually a really shitty airplane too that they discontinued real quick.
Yeah.
I could see that happening with a lot of airplanes. Getting discontinued fairly quickly.
It was like
We can't imagine them
Something about it's
standing for there to be a lot of problems.
Yeah,
it was like a
no.
Good
gas
pun,
mileage
good
thing or
pun.
something. Like it was very fuel efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude, can we get back on gaming for like a split second?
We
Just to talk
were.
Oh,
This isn't a D&D, not a game.
video games, you dumbass.
Okay.
Oh, you
fine.
gotta be specific.
Alright, get off my ass. But, dude, fucking pulled the trigger on Smash Bros. Pre-order.
How do you go?
God,
I need to do that.
can't
I need to
wait.
do that.
What's the bonus?
It's cheaper.
What's the bonus? What's the bonus?
How much cheaper?
Through Amazon, I think it was like roughly $13 or $14 cheaper.
Yeah.
Which
I've
is-
heard-
that's pretty
I've heard
good, yeah.
Amazon doesn't like to give you your games on time half the time with pre-orders. Though.
dude, if they fuck
I think
me-
it just depends on like how
depends
many,
on the
like
shipping
if a
and all
lot
that
of
shit.
people
Yeah.
are ordering it. But I could see Smash Bros. Being a
I got all
pretty
my
good item.
orders from Amazon the day they came out.
Yeah. To be fair, I did team up and order 3 on the same account.
Oh.
So I have no idea if they're gonna fuck me or not. But after watching the King
Oh, yeah.
is that-
K. Rule.
K. Rule,
K
King
Daddy.
K. Rule. After seeing that, the gameplay came out, and like, oh, he's a heavy and he's fucking fast. And I was like, I have to get this.
Is he one of the new characters?
Yeah,
what's he
he's
from?
He's the bad.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, he's the main villain of Donkey Kong.
You know the guy with the...
Dude, I don't know anything about that.
Oh, you okay.
Yeah, but
You're a normie. Yeah,
I'm a normie.
Get out of here,
I'm a
Normie.
pleb.
Yeah, but oh my god. And then they had, I found on YouTube, there's a whole invitational, the first competitive, air quotes, tournament of Smash Bros. Ultimate, and god. Oh, that shit's so good. That shit is so
Dude, Smash
fucking-
Bros. Legendary game.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Dude, just last night I was laying in bed, you know how you do. You get on YouTube and you stay up for an extra 4 hours or whatever.
Yeah. Jerk off a couple times.
Yeah,
You
get a
gotta
cup-
do-
Yeah.
You can't just do it once.
Wank spank.
Couple of those, and I found this video, most controversial video or Smash videos. Oh, it was fucking gold. Half of them are just the people losing and being the biggest bitches. They're just like they just
What
don't.
could be how does that even
Oh,
get controversial?
I'll tell you how it gets controversial. The best one, where even the announcers, you know, the shoutcasters,
Yeah.
whatever they call them in Smash World,
Yeah.
are just like, this guy's being the biggest fucking bitch. I'm so mad right now. This guy's-
Like, if you get beat in the like, you can't. How do you cheat?
I'll
In a video game.
I'll tell you. It's not cheating, but so how competitive Smash works is if you pause the game, there's some shit you can do that makes you lose the stock. So you like press pause and bam, 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 you lose the stock, and then
What's a stock?
a life in Smash. And
Why would you ever do that?
well, some pretext to this whole story. There's some bitchy dude who's like one of the more best known bitches of the Smash community, and just like, oh, I'm down to stock, and just like throws his life away. You know, he doesn't finish the fight and just gives up.
So dishonorable.
Yeah, but so how this whole thing plays out, the most controversial IMO of this whole video is this guy, his controller comes out of the port, and then the other guy pauses the game for him. The other guy, one-on-one match, pauses the game. He
Seems honorable.
seems very honorable.
Very honorable.
Then the guy's just like, he paused the game, he loses his stock. And everyone's just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that
rule?
is so.
Yeah,
bitchy.
it's technically a rule, but I don't think you had to lose it. But everyone was just like, "Oh, fuck off, dude."
Do they have judges or anything?
Yeah, they do. They do.
And what the judges say.
They didn't take the stock away, and then just the glorious. They play out the rest of the match, and it's just glorious because the guy who paused the game kicks the shit.
Yeah,
They
that
always-
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
What's controversial about that?
Because you can't pause it. You lose the stock.
If I was that guy and he was like, oh, he has to lose a stock, he'd pause on me, just instantly unpause and just kick the shit out of
Yeah.
his disconnected character. Like,
He's like, fine, you're dead.
He kills him once, then jumps off the edge. He's like, oh. both
yeah.
He's like,
stop.
I'll lose the stock, boom, and just makes him lose one too.
Yeah, dude. I've been spamming Smash videos on YouTube. I love that shit.
Another kind of like competitive thing that's happened is, you know, the open AI, how they made the AI that beat the most professional Go players.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're doing one for Dota 2. Like
Oh, shit.
League of Legends, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like League of Legends. If you don't know, it's the first big MOBA. I'd say
I'd say everyone.
what's a MOBA?
Yeah.
a MOBA.
Yeah, if you start doing
Massive
that,
online battle arena.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
The
it's
What?
original fork knife.
yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
massive? I thought it was multiplayer with the Amsterdam
Massive
Fort.
online.
It might be
Massive.
multiplaer battle arena.
It's not
massive.
that
It's
massive.
either
about 10
or,
people in
either
there.
or.
Yeah, whatever.
Semantics, but
Tomato, tomato.
it beat 5 of the top 0.01% Dota players who were on a 5-man team, and it controlled 5 people. It beat them in a best of 3, and the only time it lost was when the crowd picked its team comp, and it was the shittiest team comp, and it was winning for the first half of the game until they got their power spikes and they were able to close it out. But yeah,
That's
cool.
impressive.
That is impressive, but once they make 5 different AIs that have to communicate with each other to beat a 5-man team. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
No, no,
that's
no,
the
no.
harder one. I
Yeah.
think.
No. It was a 5-man. It was 5v5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
the
one
AI
AI controlled
all
all
of it.
5 people.
What if the AI? There was
No,
5
it's
AIs and they had
5
to-
separate neural networks that communicate with each other.
Oh,
I think.
really?
So they do. It is
Yeah,
5
you-
different
you-
AIs.
Yeah,
But
and then there's one big
But if
neural
they're all-
network that does like
Yeah, but if-
judging and coaching
but
decisions.
that's
It's
still-
like
So they have
math.
a coach over.
Well,
over
they
watching.
technically have a. It's. I think they said they have one big AI that does the macro decisions, and all the micro is done by the 5 different AIs. But they made certain champion or they're called heroes illegal because they have illusions which are like copies of the heroes.
Yeah.
And they were like, and they're
The
like,
AI just
I
wouldn't
think
fall
that
for
we
them.
would win if we had that. And then the team was like, no, you would lose because it controls the illusions perfectly.
And
Yeah.
simultaneously.
Yeah,
too.
simultaneously,
'Cause-
perfectly, and
That's
even
like-
it's very good at guessing which one's the real illusion on the enemy team too.
Really?
And so, yeah, and
Yeah,
so-
that's like when
That's
you're
and they're like,
playing.
we did it, so you guys had more of an advantage.
Yeah.
That's like when you're playing the AI in Age of Empires and like 2 massive armies combine, and the AI can just individually control every
It's so
single soldier
scary.
and just like kick the shit out of you.
Yeah,
While you're just like controlling like the whole mob of people
Yeah.
as
I
one
mean,
unit.
Total
That's
War
all I
used-
do. I just mob a bunch of units and
I mean, Total War uses I think a neural network for its hardest AI setting that it trains on every game it's played, so it's super good. I mean, I made neural networks, so I know kind of how it works, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
science rules.
Science rules, bitch.
Yeah,
Bill
man.
Nye.
Next time, it's gonna be fucking mecha soldiers versus the Taliban. Who's gonna win?
Tally, watch out.
I'm like Tallahassee.
Get gone, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
I could be
Honestly.
wrong on its structure too. I don't know. I haven't read the paper in a while.
Speaking of Taliban, this is fairly not recent news anymore, but
Space
I find
Force.
it hilarious. There's a man that hacked a bunch of ISIS Twitters and turned them all into gay porn Twitters, and the Taliban has said
No, the
or
ISIS.
ISIS has like declared him an enemy of them. And it's like
Dude.
looking for the dude to kill him.
He's a true American hero.
Yeah.
True
wherever
American
it's from.
hero fighting ISIS with gay power, man.
Yeah, dude, shut that shit down.
That is so funny. I
That's
love.
fucking
I
dope.
love gay porn.
Is that still up? Does it still
Oh,
have
yeah.
it?
My
I think
favorite
it might have got
sites.
banned by Twitter or something because I don't think Twitter likes.
No, Twitter
gay.
doesn't do porn.
Well, at least he,
Twitter can't handle gay accounts, but ISIS, go ahead, have all the
Well,
accounts
at
you
least
want.
he stopped all the ISIS accounts by making him gay, and then
It was like over 200 accounts or
gay.
something crazy too.
Really?
dude, that's
Oh,
so
wow.
That's
funny.
legendary.
Yeah,
dude.
we-
Yeah, that's
American
super
hero.
legendary.
Yeah, dude, world
What's up,
hero.
guys?
Yeah.
Not just
Saving the
American,
world.
dude. Yeah. Oh,
Let's
fuck.
hope he's American so we could like cite that. when
Even
we say
not, we give him
American
American citizenship
he-
automatically.
He's an American in my book, no matter
Yeah,
what.
dude,
Yeah.
I could see Trump getting behind that. Like a goofball.
Even though he probably hates gay people.
I
Trump,
believe
yeah.
that dude, the dude who did that, is named Wachula Ghost. He was the guy that hacked
That's a
ISIS's
sweet
account.
So he's
Alright.
under some hacker alias.
Yeah, he hasn't announced his real
because he doesn't
name.
want ISIS knocking at his door and
Yeah.
blowing his brains out.
He must have a great ISP.
For real, dude.
Can we refer to this man as Hack Daddy? please?
Hack Daddy 2018.
Back Daddy
please.
69.
Yeah, Hack Daddy 69.
Yeah, XXX.
Yeah.
XXX, Hack Daddy.
Gay.
XXX.
Good porn.
Hell yeah. But we talked about Gungeon last time, and none of us had fucking played it, so I don't know why the hell we talked about it. But I
Yeah.
finally got around to playing that shit.
Same here.
Oh my god.
Is it
Oh
good?
my god.
It's so
No,
good.
that
It's
game
so
is
good.
so
It
fun.
just-
Well, I've played it before. I
Yeah.
haven't
No,
played
the
that.
update makes it so much better.
No, just one thing. You can slide across tables.
Yeah.
And okay. So if 10 tables are set up, because it's all randomly generated, if 10 tables are set up in a row touching each other, you can continuously slide across 10 tables. It is so fucking amazing.
The best is when you're just in a big fight and you have the 10 tables set up. You're just sliding back and forth across the room, just firing the whole time.
Dude,
So
It's
fun.
so cool.
it's
Yeah.
good shit. And they added a bunch of new weapons. Like, we said they did, but they did.
Yeah,
they
they
did.
added
And
a lot.
it actually is easier. I've gotten past the second boss for the first time ever with the update.
Really? Hell yeah,
So
dude.
recently, I got my personal farthest. You guys are gonna laugh at me because I'm a scrub, but I got to the fourth level. I think it was. Shut up!
It's better
But-
than me, my dude.
that's as far
Yeah.
as
So
I
I got to that fourth boss, and I was like feeling good. Have like 6 different guns, all low on ammo because it's a boss fight, but I'm all right.
Yeah, you're hurting, but
And so I get in there and I go against the wall.
The
Oh,
wall.
the
Does-
wall is open.
The wall
What is it?
Yeah,
it's
explain the
literally
wall, man.
Okay, so the top half of your screen is the enemy. It is the whole across the wall. It just fires at you the whole time, just like
Shit.
streams of bullets. Super hard to dodge.
Hell
And then
yes.
the worst part is it doesn't display its health bar.
Oh!
So you're just firing at it. It's moving towards you. You're always moving down. It's an infinitely long map, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
yeah.
how you beat it by getting to the end, but I died.
You died during it.
So I'm just getting railed by just bullets after bullets, just jumping around.
Wow,
It's
dude.
crazy.
That's
boss.
so cool.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. I don't know if it's new, but has anyone pre-update found the Metal Gear box?
What?
Yeah.
Really?
It might be an update item, but it is in the flavor text of the item. It's like the greatest stealth weapon ever to come in. Like it's the Metal Gear
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
they're
the
adding
description of
stealth
that.
in the gungeon.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
It's an active item, so you
Active
use it,
stealth.
and you're just invisible to enemies. I mean, it's not like amazing, but it's just lolsy.
Is
as
it like
fuck.
a
Yeah.
one-time use thing, or?
How active items works is based on enemies killed, it recharges.
Alright.
So it's pretty good. I mean, it's funny.
There's an
as
intruder
fuck.
in the building.
Yeah.
They say he's using stealth.
They also have the shield. They have a shield, and it just has the flavor text of Bloodborne, where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like not the greatest.
Yeah, they just like kind of shits on
Yeah,
shield.
it
as
shits on
a
shield
concept.
users. It's
Yeah.
like it's not horrible, but great for people weak of mind or some shit
That's
like that.
great.
Yeah, it's good shit, man. I've been just loving on that game. And I have it on Xbox, but I just got a Switch and haven't pulled the trigger on it because it would be amazing on Switch.
It
Dude,
would,
there's so many
Anytime
games
on
I'm
the
gonna
Switch.
rebuy. on
Wizard
Switch.
of Legend should be.
Ooh,
Is that
It's
on the Switch? Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
What's
Yeah.
Wizard of Legend?
It was
that
that
one.
wizard game me and Paul were playing, remember? While you were watching JoJo.
Oh yeah, that
game
game
is
looks
fun as-
sick.
Yeah, it's kind of you get cards and you have builds. So you make like your builds. You have a rock fist and an ice dash.
Or you could
attack.
throw like a decoy that becomes a giant shark, kind of
Yeah.
like a Fizzle from League of Legends.
and it's roguelike,
That
and
game
you're
looks so good.
yeah, it's really fun. And the whole premise of the game is you're just trying to make builds that cater to your.
Then you beat the
play
boss
style.
and get super cards that are OP, use void
Yeah.
damage and shit. And
Yeah, dude. Yeah, God.
Yeah, I need to
good.
pick it up. It looks super epic.
That's really, yeah.
I got it on the Steam Summer Sale, so it was like 50% off or something.
Yeah.
And I have another game that I've been playing recently. It's Blast from the Past.
Oh yeah.
Me and Cole
Skyrim.
just moved into our new apartment, so we've been playing a lot of like co-op games on our old
Yeah.
Xbox 360. We dug up Lord of the Rings Conquest.
Holy shit!
Great co-op
Holy
game.
shit.
Better than Andrew's. Better than Andrew.
Do you have the
Sometimes-
disc?
No,
Or
yeah,
did-
we have it. Our other cousin.
That's like rare as fuck now,
Our
dude.
other, our
It
other
was
cousin it was
wrapped.
in his basement in the plastic wrap,
Unopened.
brand new, and we're just like, Mark, I'm
Mint
taking this.
condition?
I'm like, I'm taking this. I have an Xbox, you don't. He's like, okay. So
Yeah.
he just takes
Just
it.
Battlefront.
We've
Lord of the
been
Rings.
playing it. It is a great game.
Dude, that game's so fun. Like
It's so good.
they do the characters well, and that you have the mage, and
Yeah.
they have the giant shield you can put
Yeah,
over
it's
all your
just
bros.
Mage, the freaking
Yeah, the
unit.
fat
Yeah.
unit guy. He's epic.
Yeah,
Oh
God,
my
that
God.
game
And like
is-
each different map has like a different skin for all the characters, which is
Yeah.
dope.
There's
Well,
3 different,
roughly.
really. There's the
Yeah,
here.
when,
yeah.
but
When
when
you
you go
get-
in Pelennor Fields
the
and you can
Rangers.
just be like the
Pelennor
what are the
Fields.
like
Rohirrim.
the evil guys.
Haradrim,
Yeah, the Haradrim one.
Oh,
You can get
yeah.
an elephant, or if you're the good guys, you get ensigns.
where you can
at
ride
Pelennor Fields.
wards or
The
horses.
Yeah, dude, it's so great.
That-
I always was the
Holy shit, that
the
game is
stealth guy,
expensive
the
as
rogue.
fuck.
Assassin, yeah.
Yeah, he's so OP because you can turn completely invisible. They don't
In
even
one
do the
shot.
like halo,
Yeah.
like ripple
In-
effect. You're literally just invisible when you
can
use their
one-shot
power.
any character,
You
even
can
if
one
it's a
hit kill
hero.
anyone.
The best is just
I'm gonna do something.
you
It's
just
so
be the
OP.
assassin. You just hunt for. You see the little name above the character of the when you're playing split screen multiplayer. You just always just go for target the other player. Just always
Yeah.
kill him. You just
Player
make it
target,
annoying
yeah.
to play against.
Definitely. I have that game somewhere in my basement somewhere.
I think we lent it to the Shoesters. Remember? And
Oh,
they never gave it
I
back.
mean,
those fucking
They
pieces of
stole it.
shit.
If any Shoesters are listening to this, fuck you. Give
Fuck
me Conquest
you.
back. I had to go get another copy.
Yeah, that's
we have a copy
bullshit.
in my parents' basement, so if we find it, we could give it to you probably.
And the
Yeah.
I feel like every class in that game was just so OP. At least a little
They
bit.
were all so fun.
Warrior, because you
You
can
get the
knock people
flaming
down as the
sword.
warrior.
And
When you knock
have the-
people down,
you have
that's
the
just
flame
ridiculous.
dash when you
No.
power up your dash.
You
You just
special
fly
axe.
and
The
then-
archers have the bomb arrows where it's just a free kill.
And
if you
yeah,
headshot
and it knocks
someone.
them up. You're getting someone's running you down. You just shoot the ground and then run away and just spam the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And then you get if you zoom in with it, headshot or just one shot kills on everybody that's not a hero.
Yeah, the
You can
auto
just-
aim is too good.
Yeah,
It's too
and when
good.
when you're playing against the CPUs on the other team, they
So
stand
nerfed.
still and you just one shot them.
Yeah.
So hilarious.
Man.
I mean, the only way to play that game is to just wade through the masses of CPUs and find the person you're playing with and kill them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
the best way to play it. It's so fun. Great game.
Yeah,
Well,
dude. Yeah, so fuck. I had
It's
I had
expensive.
this. I just had this thought going in this podcast. There's one game just on my list of just kick-ass games I could never fucking push myself to beat.
oh yeah.
Dude, and I was just
The bane of all gamers.
Yeah. There's that one game, whatever. If it's 50 hours or 8 hours, you just can never fucking beat.
You love it, but just like
Yeah, it's so
never
good.
make it to the end.
And in my case, dude, I've literally started this game and gotten like 30 hours.
What game?
Final Fantasy X, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, Final Fantasy X, it's so good. And I've gotten, according to friends and fellow gamers, you know, there's that whole realm
Yeah.
of fellowship when it comes to gamers. It's just so pure and so divine.
Any gamer can recognize any
Yeah,
other gamer in
yeah.
a glance. We all know this. If
intellectuals.
you're listening to this, you know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come on.
Fellow gamers.
It's like a psychic
We
connection.
live in a society.
Yeah. But they
It's like all gamers know every other gamer.
oh yeah, there's just a look about you, an aura, so to
Yeah,
speak.
the fedora aura.
Or
Undeodorized stench.
Oh, it
smells
from-
like Mountain Dew.
Yeah, you can smell that shit from a mile
Cheetos,
away.
whatever.
Yeah, but fuck. So like, and those people have told me that I'm on damn close to like the second to last boss, and then I just lose the save and restart, and I just never fucking beat it. So yeah, I don't know. I was just wondering if there's games like that for you guys that just you can never fucking push yourself to beat.
I got it right here. I've had 3 separate Skyrim run-throughs where I've put over 100 hours into that game. Have never done the main quest line once.
Really?
That
I've
was
never
your-
made it past meeting the blades for the first
Whoa.
time.
That was
Literally, I've just never been
Yeah.
interested enough to
Alright.
pursue
What's
it.
the
I've
boss?
played shit tons of Skyrim and I've never
Yeah.
beaten
What's
it.
the final boss, Alduin?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so shit. It's a shitty final boss. Super
Yeah.
I
easy.
mean, it's Skyrim.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
combat sucks balls.
But I mean, that was
Except
me
for
for like,
wizards.
except for 2 weeks ago is when I finally beat it after
Yeah.
2 weeks.
this
Wow,
same
yeah, really?
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's a game I just go and do all the side quests in and just level up and
Yeah.
Yeah,
get
that's-
ridiculously powerful, but I never have done the main quest.
You always have something more fun to do.
Yeah, for me, I beat it the first run through I ever did. I went through the main quest, beat it all, and then since then I've had like probably 4 or 5 different characters. Never do the main quests ever again. Like
kinda
it's
short.
fun to do it once.
It is short if you.
It really is.
I wouldn't
I'll
know.
go through it.
No, it's crazy.
I don't even
short.
like try to do it.
Like
Yeah.
you could do it in easily like if you know everything you're doing, I could see you doing it within 6 hours easy, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
But-
I couldn't.
And the
tell
game
you
like
exactly.
auto levels with you, so you could just like do the main quest instantly, right? And-
Nah, there's some hard parts. There's Draugr Death Lords near the end.
Yeah, but is that level based? Like,
Yeah.
if you're like a
Nah, I
level
think
2,
you
I
have
think
to
it
be-
is.
like, but I still think they're above your
And
level. On
they'll
average.
still one shot your ass too. Like literally just straight up hit you and you're dead.
Unless you're like you can be over level for the main quest.
Yeah, I was over
Easy.
leveled when I
Oh,
did it.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
this shit's easy as hell.
But yeah,
yeah, I don't know. Skyrim's fucking. It's a kick-ass game when it comes down to it. Honestly.
Yeah.
definitely one of the greats of all time.
Yeah, dude. Fuck. Yeah. Anyone else?
Andrew, game you can never bring yourself to beat.
Yeah.
I mean, not really.
You're just such a committed individual.
completionist that
I'm
Andrew
trying
beat
to
every
think.
game he's ever started.
Yeah, if I touch a game, it's beat. I don't know. I just, if I think of something, I'll come back, but I really just can't think of one right
Yeah,
now.
no, you're good.
Okay. I got a good one.
Yeah, hit us.
Dark Souls 1.
oh,
Yes. Never gotten past Ornstein and Smoke because I was like, because I'm always like, if I do this character, I always get interested in like, oh, I want to make a new character with a different build, and then that build always turns into Ultra Great Swords every time. Always do Ultra Great Swords every time because it's
The
supposed
black
to be
hole of Dark Souls. It's just the ultra great swords are just always calling to you.
Yeah, but I've never gotten past Ornstein and Smoke. I
They
don't know why.
are one of the harder bosses
I mean,
of that
I've
entire
beat- no,
franchise.
I've beaten them too. After that, I'll start playing a different game. I'll come back and I'll just want to make a new character.
You never get a high
out.
quite as good as beating Ornstein.
No, I
again,
think what-
and for sure in Dark Souls 1.
Yeah,
No,
And
when-
it never gets more
when I
satisfying.
played Dark Souls 1 for the first time, I remember I brought it to Nick's house. I'm like, I'm playing it, and I'm on Ornstein Smoke. It's hard as fuck, and they're like, you gotta beat him tonight. I was
We're
like,
not
okay.
letting you
And
leave without
everyone-
beating him.
And they had a dance party with like all these this great songs and stuff. And I beat Ornstein. I played it like 12 times. I beat him like on the 12th time, and they were playing like Through the Fire and the Flames as I beat him, and I was like, so hyped. And forever, Through the Fire and the Flames has been my hype song just because of reliving the high of beating ONS.
I remember the first time I ever beat Ornstein and Smough. Normally, like, on my first run through of the Souls games, like, when I beat a boss, I'm just like, fuck yes! Like, holy shit! Oh my god!
Yeah.
I beat Ornstein and Smough, it was just totally silent. Just, like, put my controller down, like, couldn't believe the fact that I finally didn't have to fight this boss. It took me, like, 2 weeks to beat him. And eventually, it came down to, like, I would just play an hour every day.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, well, I can't beat him. I'm done with this. Like, fuck this game. And I'd leave. And I eventually, beat him. And it was just like,
Yeah, just
holy shit. Like,
Yeah, I remember when Nick tried to get us all into it. He was playing it, and he's like, "This game is great," and he described it.
Yeah.
And me and Paul were like, "Why would you want to put yourself
through that.
through just hell?" That seemed like hell. But then I
that
played it,
dopamine high, dude.
and
when
then
you beat
I
those
played
bosses.
it and beat ONS, and then I was like, "Holy shit!" And then we told Paul to play. I think I beat it before Paul did.
Hey,
I think so, because
My-
you had only ever gone to
my
Quaylon.
greatest shame in my life, I'll tell you right now, is
Oopsie.
my greatest shame in life is my save on Dark Souls 1 is at Gwyn. I've never beat Gwyn.
Literally at the final boss.
That's brutal.
Yeah, I've
That's
just-
worse than me.
I played him 20 times, never beat him, and just never went back. I've beaten every subsequent
Paul's beaten every other
every
Souls
game
game.
after that, except for Dark Souls 2. But get real,
Same.
that's
Dark
what I'll
Souls
leave
2.
that at. But like
Me too.
everyone
Throwing
after
shade.
that, I beat. Like, but I no regrets. You live life once.
Just
Can't-
beat it, and then
No
you'll finally
regrets.
beat it, and you can go to heaven.
True.
You'll
what
be,
Saint
you'll
Peter will
be
say.
at the ancient St. Peter. And I'll
Asian-
think you'll
You'll
kill
be like,
yourself.
you have to beat Dark Souls.
Archie man, Mimosai.
Welcome to Titan.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Oh yeah.
For me, the game I've played a buttload but never beaten. I'm trying to think. This is hard for me too. It's probably gonna be. Fuck, I'm trying to think of something. I don't know. Because, like, I'm kind of like Andrew where I play it, and I'll play, and I'll play, and I'll play, and I'll play. And I'll just, like, just beat it.
Dark Souls 3 you never beat.
I haven't beat Dark Souls 3, but I haven't put time into it, really. I put, like, 5 hours into that game. So I don't
Really?
think
You've
That's
never
the best
played that
out of
much
the
stuff?
series, I think.
Really?
Whoa.
I
haven't
Bloodborne.
beat one.
That's quite a
I
I
statement
haven't
to
beaten
make.
it yet, but Bloodborne seems more fun to me. That's just what I'm saying. I do like the focus system in Dark Souls 3. That's sick.
Yeah, the best part about Dark Souls 3 is its balance. You can do fucking anything.
They
You can-
then
did
you end up
magic
doing
the
Ultra
best in Dark
Great
Souls
No.
3.
Oh, I think my run is Ultra Great Sword right now.
Because
But,
Ultra Great Swords is cool.
No,
It's
I
super cool.
just started a new character. I'm doing a Dex build. I like Dex builds for some reason.
Yeah.
They're
No,
fun.
Dex builds are fun.
Cool.
Not as cool.
As long as you don't admit that you ever leveled Dex up, that's cool, but
Yeah.
you just can't
Can I
say that
level
on the
it up?
podcast, man.
Can I level it up
Everybody's
to
thinking
wield
like-
my Dex weapon?
Minimum for the strength. You need minimum strength.
This is in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
My first run through was Katana.
Yeah, I'm doing
Build, man.
Katana.
Like,
What'd you
Katana
level?
is so
Yeah,
fucking...
what do you
What'd you level?
I cannot say.
Hey,
I cannot say.
I've-
Basketball.
I'll say what I've leveled so far. I've leveled health, I've leveled endurance, I've leveled strength to wield it, and
An
that
unnamed third skill.
Unnamed skill, it might be resistance.
All
The
I
most
can-
important skill in the whole franchise.
Oh no, Neo. I haven't beaten Neo.
Oh.
Japanese Dark Souls one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dark Souls isn't Japanese.
No,
No,
like
it's-
you know what I mean. Like you're.
I think I'm pretty far into it, and I'm at this ice wizard bitch, and I've played her like 8 times. I just kind of stopped because I went to college and shit. But like, I should get that. But I don't have my PS4, and I want to play it. It's really fun. The combat system's cool as fuck in that game, doing different stances and shit.
Yeah.
But it's probably Neo then, if I'm gonna give it one.
I mean,
It's the only one I can think of.
I think that.
Speaking of, well, go ahead.
Are you talking about Neo? Because I'm about to chase in my topic.
Oh well, I was gonna. Speaking of Asian Dark Souls, what do you guys think about From Software's new game, Sekiro?
Oh, that
Good
game looks
so-
so.
Yeah, I have to run it.
I mean, yeah, From Software is one of those companies that's just. It's like Kojima, where
You know-
just I love everything they've done
Yeah.
so much at this point that I don't need to know anything about it. I'll drop the $60
Yeah.
to play the game.
So
like
it's From
you've
Software.
earned my trust enough to just
No, yeah.
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 Demon Souls still need to beat that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't read anything about it, but from the Reddit gifs I've seen, this game looks really badass. yeah.
Reddit gift master.
Yeah, that's how I get all my news.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, what are you gonna say?
Okay, yeah. To move, this is I don't know. I guess I haven't like played it over and over again, but a game I haven't beat that I have put a decent amount of hours in is Diablo 3.
Oh, me too,
It's-
actually.
So yeah, like me and Cole were playing through it, just co-op run through.
Oh yeah.
And we literally just went through every dungeon, like every optional dungeon or like any optional place we would go through and just 100%.
Of course.
So we're just like
Overleveled.
we were so over leveled and you unlock like harder difficulties as it goes, so you can't have it on the hardest difficulty like already. So for us, we're just like level 44, I think, and then we looked it up and you're supposed to be level like 50 by the end of the game, and we're like maybe halfway.
We're not
through.
even halfway through.
Not even halfway
And
through.
we're almost at that max level area towards the habit. So
yeah.
And so
I've heard that's coming to Switch actually.
Yeah,
it
I mean-
is. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
we're not gonna be buying it for
Well,
the Switch because we already have it. But if
that-
you don't have it, wait for the Switch.
Oh, Divinity Original Sin 2. Like 2 as well, not the second one, the first one.
Oh.
I really
TO.
want to beat it, but I want to play co-op.
Yeah, it's hard because it's just the type of game you have to sit down with people, commit the time, and just go through it. And it's hard nowadays with shit going on, but that game is gold. I mean, it's
So fun.
It's D&D put into a video game. There's literal dice rolls. If you
RTS.
if you dispute on a decision, you play rock paper scissors with the person that you're playing with. Like, oh man, that stuff's too good.
I mean, I got the second one, and the second one's even better than the first one. But haven't played much because I have no one to play it with at
Well,
good times.
Now you got Ange.
Yeah, I need to buy it.
No, we're gonna be playing Diablo. Sorry.
No,
Diablo.
I
hate to break it to you.
I hate to break it to you.
Yeah.
Diablo.
Yeah, but if, I'll say this: if Divinity Original Sin 2 can properly scale their enemies, so I'm not
Yeah.
insanely over OP, then I might buy it.
Actually,
And
it's
then we could
really-
play that.
How do you
From what I
feel
played, it's
about
hard.
enemy scaling in games?
I mean, I don't know, because with Diablo in specific, it's.
'Cause I feel like
I
there's-
wish having like a set enemy is like kind of cool because like you.
Does
can-
Diablo not scale?
I don't know.
Really, to be
I don't
honest,
think
I
it
don't
does.
know, but we are over leveled in Diablo, and we don't lose HP.
You can tell.
Yes,
You can tell.
yes.
Yeah.
Cole, like
I'm
Cole,
a tank. I never get hurt.
Yeah, Cole's a tank. You like if you've played Diablo 3, there are like certain enemies that are stronger, like golden enemies, and they're supposed to do a shit ton of damage, and like they have a bunch of minions.
Yeah.
Cole literally just sits in the middle of everybody. Well, he teleports in the middle of everybody to start off, and then he just like face tanks everybody. And
Face tanks.
I'm literally just on the side, just like I'm a ADC, so I'm just like shooting. I'm just doing a ton of damage, and Cole's just face taking like 40 guys.
Yeah.
And even Andrew can tank really well, and
Yeah.
he's not supposed to be tanking
Yeah, I
at
have
all.
like a little life steal I can just like take.
He dies
anything
every
I want.
once in a while.
I've died once, and that's because a bullshit bomb one-shot me. That spawned after I killed an enemy.
Barely
It
even
didn't
hurt
count.
me. Didn't even hurt me.
Okay,
So
fuck you.
No, yeah. For me, if I were to say, I say optional content in games doesn't scale, but the main story should scale.
Yes.
Yeah, it's either like you got the Skyrim where it's like fully scaling all the time,
Yeah.
like a bandit like at the beginning of the game. It's pretty much going to be just as hard when you're level 80 as it is like at level 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Or you have the like Dark Souls style where it's just like, well, if you want, you can run to this area at the beginning of the game and just get your fucking ass beat by whatever.
Or you could, or if you want, you can go to level 100 and go to early.
areas and just kick the shit out of stuff.
It depends on what I'm feeling that day. Honestly, I like both equally. Just
Really?
depends on. It just depends.
I think I prefer the like no enemy scaling because then it really feels like you're getting like
Well, Dark Souls
way
does
more
like
powerful.
yeah.
Yeah, then
you know?
you can actually quantify your power.
I get it's
like,
not necessarily
level
as fun
you
going back to like old areas because of that, but you do feel like you're getting stronger when
Yeah.
it's like, oh, holy shit, I couldn't fight this dude before, and now I can, or these guys that used to give me a shit ton of trouble are just a fucking cakewalk now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Dark Souls, though, like they got New Game Plus.
Well,
and
yeah,
stuff, so
yeah,
it makes
it
it.
does, but
But
that's
then
that's
that-
like its own thing.
Yeah.
Even then, you still one-shot enemies at the beginning.
Yeah.
But not like bosses or shit like that,
That's true.
which is the good part.
There's
Yeah.
one game. I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 I've been playing, and I like the level.
Oh,
the
yeah.
level scaling that a lot because they just have like enemies, and each enemy has a set level. In like whatever level they are, they like stay that
Stay
level.
that level.
And like when you're running around in like open area, you'll run past monsters that are level 17, and you can fight them, and you'll be fine. But then, like 20 feet away, there'll be a level 74 bird that one-shots you if it aggroes. So you
Yeah.
have to be like careful for those, and it, like at the end of the game, you should be like level 70, so you can still get attacked. Like if you're halfway through the game, you can still get one shot by random monsters, which I like a lot because it's just pretty cool.
Actually,
Well,
Yeah, I do like the one shot. But,
I mean,
It is kind of annoying because I did rage quit a little bit ago. Because there's one quest where you have to run through an area with a ton of like high level monsters, and I got one shot like 5 times in a row before I just quit because it was bullshit, and I didn't want to have to run
Yeah,
past these wolves 40 times to get killed every
yeah,
time.
you don't
Get
want to
good.
deal with that
Yeah, that's
shit.
true.
just all I have to say is get good.
Get
Good,
good, motherfucker.
good.
Sorry.
But yeah, I mean,
So, what do you guys think of like challenge in a game?
what do you mean?
Like everyone says, I don't like Dark Souls because it's too hard, or
They're
I don't.
pussies. That's what they are.
Well, no, it's like it's not. They're just pussies.
well,
Yeah, it
there's,
is.
there's two type of things. If a game's really story driven, I don't mind turning it on easy
Yeah,
and just
exactly.
getting the story experience. But
But like for Last of Us, that's really story driven.
Yeah,
But you want the challenge though.
The
If you
gameplay in Last of
want.
Us is awesome.
I think it's totally acceptable to just go into that and turn it on easy and just
See-
get the story, because the story's totally
Yeah.
fine, and if that's all you want, that's all you want. Like, it's
I kind of agree with that. I think it really depends on the experience you're trying to get out of an individual game. So, like the Metro series, for example, that's a very
I
story-driven
want to play
game,
that.
I think.
Yeah.
But the story of that game is like how fucking hard it is to survive in this post-apocalyptic wasteland.
yeah.
So I personally feel like the way to play the Metro franchise is on the hardest difficulty. The
Yeah,
like
I like
Ranger
that.
Extreme, where like your HUD's totally turned off, like you die in like 3 hits. That is like the experience that game kind of is built for.
Promotes
Because
or
it taught like everyone in the world, like every NPC you ever interact with is just like, it's so fucking hard to like live in this world. And if you're playing on the hardest difficulty, that really backs that up in game. Like that game is horrifying on the harder difficulties. One individual enemy can just totally kick the shit out of you if
Yeah.
they catch you unaware.
I like that. I want to play it, so I might borrow the game from you.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And every time I have played it, you always
The
said
new one's
Ranger-
going to be open world too,
Oh,
which is
shit.
crazy.
When's that coming out?
They announced it at E3.
So,
So,
I don't know.
Next year or two, probably.
But
Or 10.
every time I played it, like at your house or at your parents' house, I always did Ranger Extreme. And
That's the way to play that.
It is actually really good because you're like, oh shit, I only have like 6 bullets.
Yeah.
And I gotta like conserve the ammo, and and you use your bullets for money in that game and shit, and it's hard
yeah,
as fuck.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a really interesting system.
Yeah.
yeah. So shit. Okay, we kind of are coming up on time, so I guess we'll end this the best way we can. And I was actually checking our email, the old self-plug, the Hobbyist Podcast email. I was
What is the Hobbyist Podcast email,
yeah.
Paul?
How
Let's say someone wanted to send us a message, where would they send that to?
They would actually send it to a little email called hobbyistpodcast@gmail.com. So
Very simple.
no, yeah, very simple. We got the fucking domain name. Once again, not the. It's just hobbyistpodcast@gmail.com. So if you got any questions, wanna give us a little hoop-de-ha, send it our
Send
way.
a DM our way.
Yeah, so we actually did get a little hoop-de-ha from a potential fan, I guess.
Potential fan, potential hater. We
Yeah.
don't know.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna open that and read that. Give a little shout out to, hold on a second as I open it. Signed Papa Joe. Little email from yeah, little email from Papa Joe.
Papa J.
All right, Papa Joe. He's saying, "Love that shit, man." All right, here we go. Love that shit, man. Nothing gay about it. That's why it's great. My first question: how much money would someone have to pay you in order to be able to peg you?
Oh,
Let's go
boy,
around the
Jesus
circle.
Wait, like
It's a
the
woman.
sexual
Let's-
pegging?
Yeah.
Let's set
in-
some parameters for this question.
Yeah.
Is it a woman pegging me?
That
No,
does change the answer.
Well-
Oh, it definitely
Very,
for me.
very changed.
I think this is just I'll read it again. My first question is, how much money would someone have to pay you in order to be able to peg you?
So it's ambiguous.
It's very, very
Can I
big.
Set a
Nice.
male price and a female price, though.
Yeah, we'll do that.
okay.
We'll do that. Fuck. I guess I'll start it up.
And they're both averagely attractive. There you go.
Well, no, it's someone, so they can be
Well,
butt ugly.
But that
yeah.
changes the price again.
No,
You can't see that.
it's
Never
setting.
mind, you pegging.
You're.
That's true.
This is the I'll set a little parameter. You are a prosty. You're a prosty, a man or woman of the night. So you have to set a legit price, and you have to abide by it. Anything goes after this. I'm gonna say female price will set at $250 for a night of pleasure. For me, and I'll just double the price. Fuck it, $500 for male. You can peg me any which way
Alright.
you want. I can peg you. You can peg me. It's all up to that.
Blindfold over my head. Gender means nothing.
Oh,
$5,000.
Oh.
5,000.
$5K.
It's gotta be a rich mama.
I'm a pricey bitch, man.
All right.
Ah.
He's
He's
sexy.
got good
High
hair,
class.
hair pulling.
Yeah. So maybe my standards are lower. But for a girl, I would set it. Let's make this easy. Rent $350.
All right, 1 month's rent.
One
Yeah,
month's
1
rent.
month
You
rent.
just got to get
That's
paid,
for one
paid
night.
12 times and you're golden, dude.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
living the good
I'm
life.
living- that's one night, easy money. $350 for a girl.
Yeah.
For a guy,
400.
That's all a little extra 50 my way.
I'd say let's make it even 500. Half 1,000.
Okay.
All right, so we're rocking that same 500.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys might disagree with this one.
Dude, it's you're the prostitute.
Females.
I can't agree with this.
Okay. I don't know, honestly. So for females, I guess let's just say 500. I don't want
Ooh.
anything in my pooper. The bottom line is it doesn't go near my pooper. That's
Well, except
gross.
for 500.
$500, yes, for a female. A dude, on the other hand, no way. 2,000. No, no,
That's not no way. That's 2,000.
no,
Yeah.
not 2,000. 10,000.
10,000.
Maybe 10,000.
Jesus.
Hey,
Wow.
Now, question.
Great
Does
day.
the answer change if a dude's using a dildo on you? If it's a dude, but it's not a real dick,
Alright.
does that change?
'Cause-
the
so he
answer
can't
at all?
come-
510. Just $10. $10 more than the female price. $10 more than the female.
That seems fair.
That's reasonable, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
For me, I got a girlfriend, but
Ooh,
I'll
good
make-
girl.
How much if your girlfriend asked to pay
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, you can do 3 separate ones.
fuck, I don't know. I'd probably
Isn't
For
it
my
rude
girlfriend?
to ask her for money for it though?
no. I
That-
don't think
that
I
is
could.
rude.
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't. I think I'd let her.
Would she ask you in the first place though?
Probably not. I'd probably. So Becca, if you ever listen to this, I'd probably let you. But
Shout out to Becca.
but you'd probably have to give me something in return. I'm not gonna
Like a
name-
dildo in your butt?
We'll talk about it if you wanted that. For a guy, random guy, if I'm a prosty.
You're prostitute.
Oh shit. I'd probably say 500. And then
all right.
for a girl, I'd probably say like quick and dirty girl.
Quick and dirty.
Probably
Q&D.
$217.81.
Very exact.
Damn, dude.
That's
All
my
right,
that's
fair
one of
enough.
my favorite numbers.
All right, we're all committed. Email in. We'll.
Is that the only question?
No.
That's the Hobbyist Podcast.
no
at Gmail.
hobbyist. Podcast.
Just Hobby.
Yeah, bro.
No, the.
No,
No,
the.
the.
Yeah, Hobbyist Podcast
Yeah.
at gmail.com.
In between this and the next, we'll try to get a little PayPal started. Maybe we'll get this thing, on
Give
the
us
on
your
the up
money.
and up.
Get some revenue.
Yeah, hey,
involved.
more money we get, the better
I don't
the quality of the
podcast for
podcast.
free.
Yeah, all the money does go into production.
Oh yeah, for
Totally.
sure. For sure.
Whether that's meals before, who knows?
Meals after.
Or
Alright.
in between.
All right, Papa J's hitting us with, or Papa Joe. We'll shorten it to Papa.
There's a
J.
second half to this.
Yeah,
this
he
email?
got
Oh,
2
shit.
questions.
2.
The other one's a little more grounded. I'll give it.
Oh.
All right, here we go. My second question is: what are your thoughts on virtual reality changing the way we live in the years to come?
Holy
Alright,
shit.
back to hobbies. This is good.
Yeah, this is a little more grounded.
Let's
Yeah.
do reverse order this time.
Alright.
That makes it up.
Omar, you're up, boy.
So for me, I think virtual reality is really good, and we can use it to do a bunch of different stuff. We could pull a Metal Gear and train people in virtual reality for fighting and shit.
Yeah.
It also enhances games significantly. Like, you can play an RPG in virtual reality that's shitty if it's like on a TV screen, but it just feels so much more fun. Like, amazing. On like a Vive or something. Like, we did that, me and Cole did,
Yeah.
and that was super fun. It's really good. I like it. I say, keep on coming VR, and keep on making us great.
We're waiting for you.
Okay, here's what I have to say. One, it's not going to pick up for a while because it needs to be cheaper, first of all. And the only way it'll be cheaper is with time.
Yeah.
And we need some better AAA titles on there than just like ports of like Fallout. And not, you need the full game of Fallout or like Skyrim in there, not just some of it.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Well, that comes with the cheaper. It needs
Yeah,
to be
how
cheap
much- I think
because
it's
no
like 40
console's gonna invest, or no like AAA company's gonna invest
Yeah.
in making a game for
Unless
So-
it can
something
sell.
that
it's
not
sort
that
of like
many
a
people
double-edged
own.
sword kind of thing.
Yeah.
It needs to be cheaper, but it can't be cheaper yet, and blah blah blah. But I don't give a shit about that VR military training, like Omar said. Fuck that. Screw that. Put all the money into video game investments for VR. That's all we care about.
Yeah, that's what we
We
want,
need it.
boy.
Woo, woo, woo! Andrew,
All right, so I'm gonna disagree a little bit here with C Diggy.
you're wrong.
Okay. Well, I don't think we need more AAA titles. We need ballsy indie titles
Yeah.
because that's how things get started. No AAA title is gonna put their dick on the line and invest a shit ton of money into
Yeah.
VR. We need ballsy indie companies to. They're sticking their necks out a lot because investing in VR probably I don't know, but probably pretty volatile market because
Yeah.
it's a hit or miss with them.
Risky biz.
Yeah, so I think we need AAA or indie titles to take the reins on this one. But from the VR I've played, it's insanely cool. Like
Yeah.
ridiculously cool.
It's really interesting.
Like
for sure.
games like Super Hot where you can play them like without VR. Like they're sweet without VR, but going into VR, it changes it entirely. It makes a game way better, and like VR is just ungodly cool.
Next level shit, man.
Yeah.
I actually agree with you
I'm-
on that, Ange.
I'm gonna be the contrarian here.
Oh, here we go.
At least for me, where VR is right now. Now this could change in the future, but I really personally haven't played anything in VR that felt like more than a tech demo to me.
That's kinda
Even
true.
like Super Hot on VR, like it's cool in VR, but you can't move in it still.
Yeah.
Where like the regular version of Super Hot has like movement in it. There's just a lot of kinks that I think still need
Yeah,
to
we need
be
like
worked. Like
endless. What do you call them? Treadmills.
I mean,
that-
yeah,
That all
like
comes with
I could see
time.
it being like an arcade game system
They,
where like
they
they
do
have-
have those endless treadmills. Where you
But
can,
they're
Those are
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
To be
could see
fair.
like VR making arcades have a big comeback
Yeah.
because like getting that
DVR
treadmill
shit.
would be
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
such a costly investment. But you know, you go and pay $1 to play
Yeah.
at like a bar or something. Like I could see that for sure. But just like I also have never really been playing a game. Admittedly, I've liked video games my whole life, but I've never like been playing a video game and been like, oh, this would be so much better in VR. Like I personally have no problems just sitting on a couch and playing on a TV screen. That's just me.
I mean,
Well,
that's fair.
And with how expensive VR is,
Yeah.
But I have to say, picture this. You're playing Metal Gear. Fucking, you're in VR. Big ass Metal Gear right in front of you. You're gonna be fucking pissing your pants. It's gonna be so much cooler.
Yeah, like Metal Gear Solid 5 or something in VR.
That'd be so cool.
see, that's my favorite part of VR right now is just the videos of people playing it and just like falling over, like when they're trying to like
Yeah.
climb cliffs and stuff.
They're
Because I mean, it is cool when you're in it, but just the idea of like having like a 6-hour long like gaming session in VR
Oh, yeah.
is like crazy
I barely
to me
got
right
it.
now.
yeah, it
Like,
kind of
you
hurts
could-
your eyes.
Yeah.
Like,
It
nauseating at some point.
But that's,
Yeah.
like I said, we just need the time to wait for it to become better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul?
Yeah, sure. So, I think you guys covered most of my bases on like video games. I think it has really cool potential with video, sort of in general.
Yeah,
I've heard a
that's
lot of stuff with Ian. You know, you can almost go into a virtual movie theater with some
just-
through online. You can see your friends in there. It's kind of like a little world you go into and can interact with other users and watch movies. But I could see that, or I could see it. I would hope it would go into this realm that I've heard of, haven't experienced firsthand yet, of porn.
There it
I've heard a lot. I've heard it might be Naughty America's at the forefront of this shit. You know, trying to get that shit pumping out.
But that would be interesting.
Yeah.
If porn
Yeah,
was
that'd
the
be
main.
No, they have like
That's why,
booths and panels at like Comic-Con and whatnot.
What?
Yeah, no,
That's-
where it's like
Wow.
I think-
it's like VR porn is like a real thing.
Wow.
It
I think
exists.
porn pushes like video technology
A
a
lot.
lot. Like I think the reason like VCR beat beta was because
porn.
the porn industry backed
That's
VCR
hilarious.
and didn't back beta. like,
I changed my mind. Fuck video games. Put it all into porn now.
Yeah,
all
we
into
We
porn.
need it, please.
Yeah, to answer your question, Papa Joe, that's what we want. We want more porn on VR.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
So shit, man.
And with that, man.
Yeah, with that,
Yeah.
you know, this is the Hobbyist Podcast. You can hit us up at YouTube. We're trying to get up on Castbox, Spotify,
SoundCloud, maybe.
SoundCloud, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll be there. We're getting
Yeah.
there.
Live.
So if you know
Video?
anybody that can hook us up, link it.
Link it, you know, give us that good thumbs, those likes and subscribes. Throw a comment our way.
Share it with your friends. We love to see it.
Yeah.
then-
Hobbyist.
PayPal us.
PayPal. Our
Give
PayPal's.
us, please,
Coming
please
up
give us your
soon.
money. We need it. Please. Money. Pay me.
Okay. Well, should we all sign out?
Hobbyist Podcast. That's it. Bye.
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 Bye.